morning, guys, from Skopje, North Macedonia. I've actually been to the gym this morning. I'm very, very happy that the hotel here, Alexandar II, has a gym. I haven't been to gym for ages. I'm aching. It actually has a really good gym as well. Normally the gym only has like a couple of little weights, but this has weights, machines, exercise machines, has everything you need. I don't know what I have for breakfast though. They've got so many different options. They've got Macedonian breakfast, English breakfast, 3-egg omelette, bacon and eggs, sweet pancake. I think I'm going to save the Macedonian breakfast for when we do a special food video.
That would be really nice.
I'm filling a 3-egg omelette because I need the eggs. Do you know what I mean? What do you reckon? I need the protein.
You need the protein.
I'm looking small. I've got my coffee, but I'm very happy to be exploring Skopje today. There's a lot to see. We're actually staying right in the centre here at Hotel Alexandar II, so it should be pretty easy to see everything.
Breakfast was so good. I haven't had an English breakfast, don't think so, the whole time we've been away, and that was unreal. But today we have something really different. We don't normally do this. We're doing a free walking tour with Skopje Walking Tours, and basically we're going to meet them in the main square, which we are walking to now, and they're going to take us to some of the best sites. It's just really good for us because it means you can learn a bit more about the city.
We have met our guide Zoran from Free Skopje Walking Tours, and we are now on Macedonia Street, which is the main pedestrian street in Macedonia. Best place to start. Get a coffee here, you can get some food. This is the place to be in Skopje. Everyone's out, everyone's skipping work and having their coffee though. You'll notice that everyone's in their suits. They should be at work, but they've popped out for a coffee.
On this street is one of 2 of Mother Teresa's memorials here. She was actually born in Skopje, and this is one of her memorials here, purely because before the earthquake in around the 1960s, there was a church here where she was baptised. So they built the memorial. It was completely destroyed, so they built the memorial next to it. I think the memorial is actually really pretty.
It's really nice. Our guide also told us that on this street, during the communist era, there were unwritten rules. So if you're in a couple, you'd have to stay like on the side. If you're a single girl, you would stand in the middle. And obviously near the single girls, the single boys would stand, and they would have to try and like flirt and find their girlfriends on this street. And you had to walk up it one way, loop back round and walk the other way. Strange times.
We walked to one of the most important landmarks in Skopje, which actually is behind me, and that is the train station. It was one of the original train stations, and it spanned for such a long way, all the way down there. It had 12 pillars, of which only 1 remains, and actually the earthquake in 1963 completely shattered like 80% of the infrastructure here, which is crazy, so it's been completely rebuilt. But the clock on the wall stopped at the time in which the earthquake happened, and obviously it's a really sad reminder, but they keep this building here to show what happened and to show how far they've come with all the new buildings.
This shop here, this is so cool. It is a lift shop. I've never seen an elevator shop before. It's all the new buildings being built in Skopje at the moment. So you can come here and pick a lift for your house or your apartment or your business. I mean, I have never seen anything like that before. A lift shop. Where do you order a lift from normally? I don't even know, but it's just so random to see it on the street and people can go in and choose a lift.
We have done quite a lot of walking, and we've walked past the Parliament buildings, we've walked past more statues, memorials for the Macedonian people, and we walked through the Macedonian Gate, which is a huge marble gate which enters the Macedonian Square. There's so much symbolism around everything here. It's really pretty, everything's been built quite recently to kind of look older, and it's just really, really nice as you walk through the Macedonian Gate, you actually see that you can normally go up to the top of it. It's closed at the minute, and the coolest thing ever is that you can hire that out and actually have like a ceremony or a wedding up there. I just think that's so cool.
All the buildings that you already saw around, at the gate, the memorial, the Marriott Alexandar, and the buildings on the other side of the river, including the boats, all of them are part of the master plan that was started by the previous government in 2010.
I need to talk to you about Skopje 2014. Skopje has basically, in recent years, gained the title of the city of statues. Look, 2, 3, 4. On this bridge alone, there are 30. They basically tried to redesign the whole city, and that was a project that was meant to be finished in 2014. It hasn't apparently been completely finished yet. I think it's pretty cool because they've got these statues everywhere. People are still not sure how many statues there are. People go around counting them. There's countless websites online where they try to count them, and people are still not sure. Somewhere between 200 to 400 maybe. And also when you walk around, you wouldn't have thought, but a lot of the buildings, museums, opera houses, you'd think they're hundreds of years old. They're built with that architecture because they lost so many buildings in the earthquake in 1963, but they're actually really new. They're only like 5 or 6 years old, but when you look at them, they look hundreds of years old. It's gained like its own new identity. I think it's pretty cool, personally. They even have put 3 pirate ships along the river as part of the project, and you can actually stay on this one. I think we might do that in a few days.
This bridge was even part of Skopje.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is really crazy. This is the Bridge of Civilization, and there is 30 statues.
So we've counted 30 at least today.
We've counted 30 so far. But the cool thing about it is there is actually 3 bridges along the river. This bridge leads to the museum, the historical side.
You would think that this was really old.
It's like a bank or something, like a really traditional bank, doesn't it? Like a really old-fashioned building. Then you have the stone bridge, which leads to the old Macedonia.
This will lead to the old bazaar because it is the old bridge.
The old bridge. And then the bridge right over in the corner is the arts bridge, which leads to the opera and...
So
did I say ballet? So it's arts.
So opera house, so the arts bridge. It's pretty cool how they all lead to.
Each bridge leads to the thing that it's named after.
And supposedly this bridge is the only bridge in the world with a fountain that we know of.
We have walked across the bridge and we have made it into the old bazaar, the old side of Macedonia. This is honestly my favourite part of any major city, and that is always finding a bazaar. This one is just the same as any others, but it seems a lot bigger, and there's so many shops selling traditional souvenirs, but also more modern things. Like there seems to be a lot of jewellery as well. Obviously, we might end up buying something. You never know, Matt will probably hate me and take the camera off me after this, but I can see some nice bags.
There are so many cool streets in this bazaar. It's actually the second biggest bazaar in all of Europe after Istanbul, so it shows the size of it here. You can get everything, obviously. You can get your souvenirs like any bazaar, you can get your real Adidas, but there's so many good places to try things like baklava. Being that it is actually known as the Turkish Bazaar from the Ottoman rule, they still call it the Turkish Bazaar. You can get your baklava, you can get your Turkish coffee in the morning. There's so much going on here though. It's like a maze full of different alleyways, so much going on. Thank you so much.
Oh, come on.
See you later, thank you.
And we have left Zoran to get baklava. Look at this.
We leave the guide so we can get our food.
Yeah,
so selfish of us, isn't it?
So selfish of us. Can I go without you?
How is it?
Wow, really, really nice. Full of honey and so much more pasty. You've tried it before, but it's never been that sticky.
Is it like, and they've got pistachios on the top?
Pistachios on the top, but the other one we've had before had like loads of nuts inside. This has more pastry and more honey. So sweet.
Let me try this. Oof.
It's really sticky. How nice is that?
That is really, really good. That is what, oh, hold on, food in mouth. That is what you're going to find here in the old bazaar. A lot of kebabs, a lot of baklava, some burek. Baklava eaten, and we have run up to Khaled Fortress, or Skopje Fortress, however you want to say it, for sunset. This is really impressive. It sits on top of the city, overlooking both the old bazaar and what you'd call the new side of town. It's not actually the best maintained, which is a shame. It's free to get in, I presume that's part of the reason. The middle of it, the grounds, it looks as if it started to be reconstructed, but it's now stopped. But if you want to catch a good sunset, which we have, well, or are doing as the sun is setting, and get good views. Everything's locked off though, which is annoying. It's got this tower, it's closed, so we're gonna have to try and find a better spot. You can see actually quite a lot of it has become really overgrown, which is a shame, but the rest of it is very, very nice. We've done the walk-in tour today and I was bombarding you with different facts. I've done no research of anything to do with this Khaled Fortress, but the views are just incredible. Look at the sunset. The sunset over here is beautiful. 360 panoramic views of the city of Skopje. But it's really quiet. We're literally the only ones in here. It's free to get in, which is good. The sunset is really, really good. I don't know where Molly is though. I've left Molly somewhere further up the wall. I think she's trying to get into one of the towers. We'll run off. Molly will get in trouble for trespassing. But yeah, really, really nice. The walls itself are kept in immaculate condition, but it's the actual inner grounds, I would say, aren't the best. But come up here to check out the views, watch the sunset, and then run back down like we are, because I am starving. All I've had is that baklava since breakfast. So I want some dinner, and I haven't even had a beer yet today. Cheers.
Cheers. We've come into Carpe Diem. I really like the name, but also all these restaurants are just so, so nice. We're just going to have a beer here because we spotted a really nice place that we're going to look at.
We've been
later.
recommended in Mexican, so we're gonna cheat again tonight.
Yeah.
Stay tuned tomorrow for the food video, right? Are we doing food tomorrow?
We'll probably do it tomorrow, yeah. Full on food tour. But I love this city. I think it's really, really nice. I like what they've done with it. Beer's done and we have come into Amigos, which is, if not the best, the only Mexican restaurant.
It is the only.
And it is packed in here as well. But it looks so good. We've had nachos to start and now we've got an amazing
We haven't had nachos
burrito.
stuff. If you've followed us for a while,
You'll know we have nachos and beer. We haven't had nachos for so long, but we've got a burrito, we have our Skopje, and I couldn't think of a better way to end a really good day in
what an amazing,
Skopje.
honestly, the city.
The city is so nice. I could see us spending so much time, so stay tuned for that. And thanks for the walk-in tour, free walk-in tour Skopje. I'll link them down below. But yeah, I want to tuck into this burrito and we'll see you tomorrow.